Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And taking the ball for Detroit, Casey Mize.
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Ready to go? And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. And there's a foul ball. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just off the outside corner, 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Sit down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here is Aaron Judge. And first offering is fouled off. Mize. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Bellinger up to hit. And there's a strike. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. He swings and fouls one off. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two outs. Now a pop-up on the infield. Baez sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. And now the Tigers get their first opportunity. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Carlos Rodon.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Justin Henry Malloy leading things off and takes a strike. Next pitch misses inside, and the count is 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Up the middle, Volpe sends it to first. One up, one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Andy Ibanez stands in now and watches strike one. And that's downstairs. And that is ball one. Just missed.
Ball two.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
The count's full.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Digging in, Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, that's fouled off. Rodon, a 6'2 southpaw. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Here's your 1.
Ball inside.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's Riley Green. That's in there. 0-1. And the slider just misses. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. Tigers leave 1. We played an inning. No score. Back at Comerica Park, Paul Goldschmidt now.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Fought off foul. Foul ball there.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And
That's
1-2. And there's the ball.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
One down, base is empty. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Baez sizing this one up, has room, and he makes the catch.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Slow roller to third. Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the right fielder, Manuel Margot. Gets the call. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Inside ball.
And ball 1. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouse. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick, and the glove might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, you're going to have to work around that error.
Javi Baez digs in right side. Just missed. Second inning here, no score. And a breaking ball misses outside. Just missed. Swinging a foul straight back. Margot gets his lead at first with nobody out. And ball
Nope,
4,
that's
2
ball four.
aboard.
Batting 7, second baseman, Cole Keith.
And up next for Detroit, Colt Keith. Line to left. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead.
Waste no time there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, no outs. And now it's going to be
Ball,
Jake
that's inside.
Rogers. Traffic on the bases with one already in at bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball 2.
In the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Rodon ready. Here comes. And it remains 2-2. Ground ball right side. And that's just foul. On the ground left side. 6, 4,
He's out.
3. And they turn the double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives them a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Next to hit, Ryan Kreidler. That one in the dirt. Ball 1. Two outs and one in scoring position. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
Next pitch is
that ball went
outside.
out.
That one
3
almost
balls,
got him.
1 strike.
Runner at third, 2 away. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. Justin Henry Malloy digs in now. First offering misses badly for ball 1. And a swing and a miss there. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2. High chopper to third. Cabrera. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Back here in Detroit, all set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Mize back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Kreidler on the move to the alley. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One down.
Batting eighth, center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Now here's Trent Grisham. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. And a foul ball.
Ball, that's low.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. One out, base is empty.
Yep.
Now one
3 balls,
missed.
2 strikes.
And there's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Now here is Oswaldo Cabrera,
that's a ball.
and that misses. 1-0. Over to second for 1. And that's 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Tigers 1 and the Yankees nothing. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the DH, Andy Ibanez. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Almost
2
got
balls,
him.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Now at the plate, Spencer Torkelson. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Goldie hauls it in for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2 out, space is empty. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-1.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire. You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boo.
Here's Manuel Margot. He's 0 for 1. Now the Outside corner, strike one.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1 now. And that one fouled off. Green off of first with 2 away. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. One left for Detroit, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Ben Rice. Rice, 26 years old, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
Right side, Keith. Handles, throws to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The Yanks trailing by a run, top half of inning number 4. And Judge spoils that one. Battling here as he fouls it away. Judge waits. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Judge rips that one. Margot makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way. He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Just misses with that one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on.
That's ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Stays alive.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Keith throws to first, and Bellinger is out. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing here this half. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Tigers 1 and the Yankees nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Javier Baez. That's inside, and that's ball one. And that's outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Swings and misses. And it's 2-1 now.
Balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So up next, Colt Keith. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
0-1.
Breaking ball inside. And a count even 1-1. Runner at first with no outs here. Baez runs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Double play ball to second. Flips it. There's one to first. Not in time. Great effort there.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
And that is out of play. Man at first, one away. Just missed. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Kreidler batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Tigers leave one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back at Comerica Park. New inning getting started. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Outside low. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Chisholm, the next to hit, takes ball one. The Yankees yet to pick up a hit here. Short hop liner, handled it short. Throw on to Torkelson, and the first two set down at the top of the fifth.
Now batting shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe, the next to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Going back on this one. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Justin Henry Malloy. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And next is the designated hitter, Andy Ibanez. A strikeout and a walk. Missed with a changeup. And that is ball one. Malloy on at first. Nobody out. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
And that drops in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. That's a little bit low. That one way inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Torkelson in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Rodon fires. Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And strike two.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Pitch misses. 2-2. Cut out and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
And now, Riley Green.
Nope.
And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
On the ground, right side. Chisholm fires over to first. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. We're through 5. It's the Tigers 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in Detroit, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Mize back to work. Fastball for a strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Popped up to the left into foul ground. 1 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. He reached out a walk his first time.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
The Yanks down by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, there goes the dream of the no-hitter. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So the batting order turns over. Next is the designated hitter, Ben Rice. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And the righty deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. He goes down looking. Another inning in the books, but not before they put a hit on the board and erase the no-no. It's the Tigers 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Fernando Cruz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Manuel Margot up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one wrapped foul. Foul ball. That misses. Now 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there. Yarbrough also throwing. In the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Javier Baez getting ready to hit a walk, and he's also singled. And that is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No outs, runner on second. That one misses. Ball 1. Cruz. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. And that one sliced foul. And that one a little below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Line drive. Chisholm. Baez going on the play.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And next to hit for Detroit, Colt Keith. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. next offering upstairs.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Man at second. Ripped to third and caught. Throw to second, and they got him. Double play. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brant Herter.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too. And ball one to the right fielder.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That one is absolutely belted. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Herter, the 6'6" southpaw, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Brennan Hanafy up and loosening in the pen. Olsen getting loose as well. Late swing, foul to the left. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And the sweeper is off the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's a laser base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
One down. Here is Goldschmidt. Just missed.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Bellinger goes. Line and a base hit into right. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with one away.
Back-to-back singles, showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at-bat. In the dirt, but kept close. Runners stay put. That's ball one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up. And that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. Bellinger is in to score. And it's an RBI single. And this game is tied in the 7th.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Really important at-bat coming up now.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brant Herter will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Brennan Hanafy into the game. He's been so good against lefties. And up next for New York, Austin Wells. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Two on, two outs. And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Goldie over at second. Volpe on at first with 2 down. Chop to first. And that's foul. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, all even at 1 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. And that's too high. And a foul ball. That one misses, and it's 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that skips in the dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And now the center fielder, Ryan Kreidler, he is struck out, and he is walked. heads upstairs, ball one. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Two now. Now a fly ball to right center. Judge has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, shortstop Justin Henry Malloy.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Fernando Cruz out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. So they bring on the veteran, Tim Hill. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Justin Henry Malloy up now for the Tigers. 1 for 3. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Judge really on his horse for this one. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
2 on, 1 out. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Golden opportunity right here. That one ripped. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. 0 for 3 in this one. Just
Outside,
missed.
that's the ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off. He was late. Next pitch is downstairs.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Riley Green waiting to hit for Detroit. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next,
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Riley Green.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
2 outs. To the right side, Chisholm. The throw to first. They limit the damage here. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 8th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 2 and the Yankees 1. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off, Pablo Reyes.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. See the velocity 97 with that fastball. Tigers bullpen with some action. Ramon Blanco getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Olsen warming up as well. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next, for the Yankees, third baseman, Oswaldo.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera, 1 for 2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brennan Hanafy is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Tyler Holton. This is his 5th appearance of the year. One down, runner at first. And next for New York, Ben Rice. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one fouled off. Got him! 2 gone now. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
And things could change quickly here with 1 swing. Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And there's a ball. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And Judge spoils that one. And a count 1-2. In the air, left field, Green. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Yankees, and our score remains 2-1.
Now
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Adam Ottavino.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now into the ball game on defense, Jason Dominguez. He'll be patrolling center field. Well, one-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Manuel Margot. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Grounds one to short. On the run, sends it over to first. Throws it away.
For the offense, that's basically as good as a leadoff double. You got a man in scoring position. Great chance to put something on the board right now. So we'll see how they approach it. On the mound, he's feeling some early pressure that he's got to try to work through.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Javier Baez now at the plate. Base hit center field. Margot coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 2. So digging in, Colt Heath. And that one upstairs, ball 1. That just misses, and that's ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And now 2-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Baez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Jake Rogers digs in now. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
And that's down and away. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers.
Ball, that's out.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
And there's the automatic. One run across in the frame so far. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and misses. Now 3-2. Pickoff move to first. Baez back in safely. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
Ryan Kreidler, the next to hit. And that's in there for strike one. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Two outs. That's down and in. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ramon Blanco. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's Cody Bellinger.
For the Yankees, left fielder Cody Bellinger.
That one's in there. 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Comes up empty. The Yankees looking to rally. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
He's 2 outs away. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th.
That's a ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swings over the top of that one. Pitches in the dirt. Counts full, 3-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So they're down to their final out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. No throw, and they can't get the out.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
2 outs, runner at first. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. That one the other way. And no one can get there. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. The changeup missing, and that is ball 1. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's back. Gone. 3rd home run of the season, and they lead it. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ramon Blanco done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Reese Olson taking over on the mound. This is his 3rd time out this year. And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Activity in the bullpen. Tommy Canley getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Hit in the air, left field. Green brings it in for the 3rd out. And some late inning drama here in the 9th as this homer gives them the lead. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Devin Williams. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season.
Number 38, Devin Williams.
And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Justin Henry Malloy.
Justin Henry Malloy.
There's a strike.
0-1.
One-run game, bottom 9.
Ball.
The shortstop takes the ball. That pitch gets the corner. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that's fouled off. To the right side, and that's a foul ball. And now 1-2. Base hit center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Torkelson swings through it for strike 1.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. That one not close. 1-2 to count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Green up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And he chases a high fastball there.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
The Tigers down to their final strike. Inside. 2-2. With the tying run on at first, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In-time ball game, and the strikeout ends it.
All game, this team had to battle with that 10th man. Those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down, and were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well-executed ball game.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.